What's good, everybody? So we know there's been a lot of things been going around about DC, about a reboot, about making some of these changes people enjoy, some changes people are not going to enjoy. But I was looking at an article in the Hollywood Reporter, and it says something interesting. So I'm about to break it down to you guys. It says James Gunn calls Superman huge priority, debunks speculation about his feelings towards Henry Cavill. James Gunn is taking a fond look back at a classic cinematic take on Superman while simultaneously helping to map out the stored superhero's path. The new co-chair and CEO of DC Studios took to a Twitter on Saturday to commemorate the 44th anniversary of Richard Donner's Superman. The seminal comic book film, which hit theaters December 10th, 1978, went on to earn three Oscar nominations and mark Christopher Reeve's star-making turn in the title role. Superman premiered 44 years ago today, Gunn tweeted, adding heart and star emojis. Gunn also shared the film's original poster, featuring the tagline, "You'll believe a man can fly." Given the flurry, of questions from fans about next steps for DC movies following the Hollywood Reporter's recent story addressing the studio's future, Gunn's post led Twitter users to ask about plans for the character. When one fan asked what Gunn was trying to say with the post, the filmmaker replied, "I'm trying to say it's the 44th anniversary of the premiere of Superman, which is a great movie." When asked whether Superman will be coming back to the big screen, Gunn responds, "Yes, of course. Superman is a huge priority, if not the biggest priority." Okay, so let's get into it. Now, before I give you my thoughts about it, let me just say this. I agree with James Gunn 1000%. Superman is a huge priority. He's a huge priority for the company. He's a huge priority for DC. He's a huge priority for the fans. And if you're looking to do a reboot, to kick off that reboot, what better person to kick it off than Superman? All right. Now, some people have been in their feelings because of everything that's going on. They're like, Henry Cavill. It was announced that he was saying that he was coming back as Superman. Then it was like, okay, he hasn't came back. They like he hadn't signed a contract. The whole reboot and all this. Let me just break this down, and I'm going to give you the reasons why. One of my reasons is that, do I think Henry Cavill is going to come back as Superman? I don't think so, because for one, DC has not did right by Superman in years. Okay. Now I know some of y'all might be mad at me when I say this, but I'm just keeping it 100. They have not did right by Superman in years. And what I mean they haven't did right by him as far as the theater version of Superman. The animated version of Superman, when they do the DC animated movies, no problem with that. But far as on the big screen, we haven't had a good Superman movie since Christopher Reeve. Okay? We have not had a good a good Superman movie since Christopher Reeve. Now, some people may say, "Oh, Man of Steel was this great film." It was, stop. I saw Man of Steel. I saw it a couple of times. It was all right, but it wasn't what people try to make it out to be. It was all right. You know, then the Henry Cavill version of Superman, it was all right, but it just didn't, to me, it was some things that was lacking in that. And then what do? You hurry up and throw Superman versus Batman out there. You didn't have any build up for it. You know, there was no build up for Superman. It was no build up for none of these characters. So yes, Superman is a priority that they need to work on. And if you're going to do Superman, you gotta do it right. You gotta do it right. Not to take anything away from Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill did his thing as Superman. Not taking that away at all. But just the direction that the old management went with the whole DC brand was not good. So at this point, I just feel that a reboot is necessary to move away from all that old management, to move away from all these old characters, to move away from all that stuff. That's saying, hey, let's just hit the reset button. Let's start off fresh. So Superman is our priority. The first thing we have to do is that we gotta find a good writer. And if y'all listen to my videos, I always stress this: is that the key is that you have to have a very good script. Your script has to be on point. Before you start getting actors, before you start getting producers, you got to recruit that script writer, because that script writer is very, very important. It's like a football team. Your quarterback is important, because it makes no sense to have a team if you don't have a quarterback. So the script writer is the quarterback, because once you have a kick-ass script, then the producers look at it and say, hey, okay, I like this, I want to be a part of it. Then you start to recruit actors. So when the actors look at the script, they say, oh, I love this script, I want to be a part of it. And if you look at the old Superman with Richard Donner, when they created that script for Superman, look at the people who they had in place. You had Christopher Reeve, you had Margot Kidder, you had Gene Hackman, you had Marlon Brando. So you had a great script with a great cast that went together like peanut butter and jelly, which we know the results, what happened from there. Now, Superman, The Quest for Peace, I didn't too much care for that. But the first Superman and then the other Superman, when he was fighting the villains from Krypton, General Zod, and all them, classic films. But The Quest for Peace, I didn't too much care for that. You know. But overall, what I'm saying is that I agree with James Gunn. Now, you have a person like James Gunn, who is a very creative person, who understands the process of doing that. And I don't believe that he's going to let Superman fail. So, with him doing a reboot and him saying that Superman is a priority, right now, what they're doing is that if they haven't got their plan put together, which I'm pretty sure they do, but they are definitely in the works to make Superman work this time. You know, and I'm pretty sure that they've been talking to directors, they've been talking to producers saying, hey, we want to make Superman work. We need some help. What's your suggestions? Hey, do you have any ideas? Blah, blah, blah. You know, and I believe that we are going to get a good Superman movie. Right now, it's going to take some time because they're developing it. But I would rather for them to take their time and do something right and make it work than to just throw some shit out there like they did with that whole Black Adam bullshit. Now if you guys want to hear my thoughts about that, check out my video I did on Black Adam, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, DC is doing a reboot. That's my opinion. That's my thought about it. Yes, they're doing a reboot. We're about to see a whole new DC universe, and they're gonna kick it off with Superman. And do I believe we're gonna see a whole new Superman? Yeah, we're gonna see a whole new Superman. Like we're gonna see a whole new Aquaman and all the rest of them. So some of y'all may not agree with me, but that's just my opinion. You know, so I'm just gonna keep a good close eye out for this and keep y'all updated. But once again, I agree with James Gunn 100%. Superman is a huge priority. That he's going to be working on that with Peter Safran and other people to make sure that this time when they release Superman, that he's going to release them is going to be done correctly. It's going to be done the right way. It's going to be a good story that everybody enjoy, which is going to be that introduction to the new DC universe and take it from there. I got faith that they're going to do that. Now, for some people who's probably upset that, oh, I want Henry Cavill, I want this, I want that. I think y'all need to just get over it because Henry Cavill is not coming back. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But overall, I don't think that he's coming back. You know, you're about to see a whole new line of characters like what they did with Marvel. I believe that what they're gonna do with DC is that they're gonna introduce these new storylines with these new and old characters that's gonna build up to the Justice League and put DC back on the map and put them in a position to win. Like how Marvel put themselves in a position to win. But in order for them to do that, they have to make sure that they get the right people, the right writers, the right directors, the right producers, and everybody is going to have to be aboard with that plan to say, this is the plan, this is what we're going to follow, this is what we're sticking to. So either you with it or you not. Now, one more thing I'm going to say about this is that do I believe that we're going to see another Black Adam film? No, because I know at one point The Rock was all this, oh, I want Superman and Black Adam to fight and all that. I don't think that we're going to see another Black Adam film anytime soon. I don't even think that Dwayne The Rock John. I don't think The Rock he's going to even probably be Black Adam because after seeing how terrible that movie was and seeing that they lost money with that, they're going to treat Black Adam like they did with Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman. They're not going to be in a rush to green light and put money behind something that has showed it fail. Now, with being fair to Wonder Woman, yeah, the first one was good, but the second one was trash. So do I believe that they're going to scrap Wonder Woman altogether? No, I don't think they're going to scrap Wonder Woman, but they just need another script. So I believe with Wonder Woman, they're going to, like I said, everything is going to be fresh and new. That's why I believe it's going to be fresh and new. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, about Superman being a huge priority out of James Gunn's mouth. And until then, check out my next video.